Our last contestant is Armaan from North Lakes. Woo, woo, woo. And I got your picture up. So when you need it, tell them. Okay, the picture, next screen.
Pretty nice, don't you think? Yeah. Did that myself on my Mac. Took me a while, but it's all good. Well, first of all, thanks for coming to the third youth service. Hopefully it's not the last of this year. I was looking forward to the fourth one, but still in consideration. Anyway, let's get straight into it. If I was God, wow, who wouldn't like to take the top job? That would be really cool. Honestly, when I signed up for this, I thought it was going to be an easy walk in the park. Pretty fun as well. But as I started probing deeper into this topic, I found out that it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I started to think if I had unlimited power, unlimited knowledge, and unlimited resources like God, I would be a bit like Jim Carrey from Bruce Almighty, as you saw earlier. What would I do? Would I stop the wars? Would I erase boundaries so people could travel to different places of the world without a passport or a visa? That would be great. Or would I make everyone rich and happy? I'm sure God would have already done this if that was the case. So as a result, we often question God's mysterious ways. However, if I was given the choice, how would I do things differently? Well, let's trace back to the book of Genesis. We all know that man was created in God's own image. God himself stated that the creation of man was perfect. But after Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, they gained the wisdom of right and wrong, were caught red-handed by God, and in a desperate attempt to save themselves, blamed it on Satan, which was correct in a way. So now, God's so-called perfect man suddenly became imperfect. So sometimes, nowadays, we may ponder and ask questions like, why do we sin? Or why does God make us sin? And we believe we can make a better image of the world of mankind and the entire world as it is. But we must remember, it was not God who ate from the tree of knowledge. It was man. It was not God who made us sin. It was man. In Genesis and other books of the Bible, we see God's loving and forgiving side, and how he guides prophets like Abraham, Isaiah, Moses, and so many others. But we also witness the opposition, sin, hatred, and wrongdoings which continue even today. We see a lot of sin and sadness in this once perfect world which God created for us. So I now ask myself the question, if I were God, what would I do? Well, I would give more wisdom to mankind so they could do the right thing for themselves and for the people around them. And if I was God, I would grant everyone the faith of the Roman centurion so that people could put their trust in God. If I was God, I would give everyone the heart like that of the widow who gave offering from all that she had. If I was God, I would grant everyone the compassion of the prodigal son's father so we could forgive everyone, even in the toughest circumstances. And if I was God, I would give everyone the loving heart of the Good Samaritan so that everyone loves their neighbor as themselves. Thank you.
Nice.
Armaan, that was excellent work, and I particularly loved your use of scripture at the beginning and the way you showed that with the question, if I was God, and how humankind right from the beginning has grasped after that power of wanting to be like God, and look where it got us. I think you really did that well. And the way that you finished up and just running through those biblical stories and painting a picture of the way that humans can orient their hearts was really good. I think you've done a fantastic job. Excellent work.
Well, Armaan, I think I've got two guys sitting next to me that might be worried about their job. That was awesome, mate. Yeah, look, great job, relevance. You sort of, for me, I'll sort of look at it from a business sense of where you sort of come to people and say, don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. Yeah, you tossed out giving people. Ability to think for yourself. Challenge everyone in regards to in their daily life and what they do and how they choose to live their life. On a side note, mate, the growth that I've seen through you in youth group has been phenomenal this year. From when we spoke around the bonfire a few weeks ago about being, or how our youth are demonstrating on how to be a leader, tonight was just A+, mate. Well done.
Yep, they've said it all, and I really do like that challenge of having the Samaritan's heart and the prodigal father's heart, and I actually think that's a challenge, isn't it? Because in some ways, I hear you saying God's already given us that, and it's up to us to actually live that, and that's a great challenge to finish with. So they've all done really well. Let's give them all a big hand.